I want to transition a little bit to our quarter note questions segment where I just asked you
They're
short,
so cute. I love it.
short and
Quarter
sweet.
note,
Yeah. Just little preferences, both musically and personally, and I'm really curious to see how you answer these questions.
Okay.
So, first off, what's your favorite Korean food?
I love japchae.
Oh, okay. That's a favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
I think so.
But I also love kimchi jjigae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just any
Top
stew,
two.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee or tea?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you reach for in the morning?
Both.
Both.
I have a ritual in the morning.
Okay.
It usually starts out a cup of warm water with lemon.
Okay.
It's all about the vitamin C. Good for your immune system.
That's actually, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. To wake up your body.
Right.
Because caffeine can be harsh on the body, right?
Yeah.
So that is first. And it's usually, I would say, coffee.
Okay.
But whenever I travel and when I'm invited to people's homes in the morning, I take coffee and tea.
Okay.
They're pretty equal.
What kind of tea do you like?
Oh, all kinds.
Oh.
In the morning, black.
Okay.
During the day, green.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also experimenting with mushroom coffee.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that. Okay.
These days.
Okay.
So less caffeine, but a lot of other benefits.
Sure.
Good for your gut.
Yeah.
And
very.
I like my powders.
Yeah. First thing you think about when you wake up?
First thing I think, this is very personal, but recently I'm really not a morning person. So it's really hard for me to think about anything.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm busy just trying to get up.
Yeah.
But recently I'm trying to think more about, I'm working on practicing not relying on myself as much. This is very personal, but working on my faith in God. Okay. And in Jesus.
Okay.
And I'm working on my faith in that sense.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So less about me and so I try to connect in that sense with the higher being upstairs.
Yeah. So you just have your little quiet time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I echo that. So, favorite brand of cello strings?
I really liked Versum for a long time.
Okay.
That's in the past tense because I'm now using Rondos.
Okay.
But
how's that going?
I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right.
But it's probably going to change. I like to try different things. The thing is, my favorite may be different from my cello's favorite. So you have to adjust to what works for your playing style, but also the cello.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that people kind of overlook is every cello is going to react differently.
Very differently.
So,
yeah. So, and there's no shortcut. You need to try it.
Yeah. It's a costly experiment, but
it is.
Yeah.
But you can exchange strings with your friends. Yeah. Maybe go to shops and ask if they have some leftover strings. Yeah.
Good advice there.
Also ask for string companies to send you a set because you'd like to try.
Yeah.
That's also a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite genre of music that's not classical?
I love jazz.
Oh, okay.
Actually. It changes. There are some K-pop songs I like. Recently, I've been really liking Dua Lipa? What's her name? Dua Lipa?
I'm not sure.
Singer. So yeah, pop.
Okay.
Also, but sometimes I love French chanson. It changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Favorite meal after a performance?
Wine.
Oh, okay. Well, just wine. No cheese. No other.
Oh, wine and cheese.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a meal, but it's a go-to.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
nutrients in there. So
But food-wise,
yeah.
oh, I love spicy food.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, are you someone that doesn't eat before performance usually, or are you okay with eat?
I used to not be able to eat as much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I mature, I need my, I think, calories
Yeah.
to have energy.
Yeah.
So it's
Fuel.
fuel
Yeah.
to give energy in the concert.
Right.
So I wouldn't say I'd like to have a full stomach, but
Right.
something just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boston or Philly?
I think the food scene in Philly is better.
Mm.
I love the art scene in Boston.
Mm. So both.
Both.
You get the best of both. Glass half full or half empty?
I would say glass half full.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm such a Libra in this sense. I think it's both. Because I want to be grateful for everything I have, but I'm always striving for more.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing you absolutely can't be without before a performance. And
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that because, again, I don't want to tell myself I need something absolutely. Because it will stress me out.
Okay.
If I don't have it.
So you don't have like a ritual or anything before a performance usually? Or?
Because right now I'm working on this trying, not relying on myself thing.
Yeah.
I try to then, again, have a little moment to really practice that and believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really deep. I like that. You might have already sort of answered this, but early morning or late night practice?
Late night.
Yeah.
But I'd like to work on maybe being able to do early morning practices.
Yeah.
Because of now the traveling and the
Yeah.
teaching.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just either don't have any energy left at night. So I forget who I was speaking to, but one of the mentors gave me that advice. Yeah, you got to do it just before. So this is how he put it. He said, do you teach worse because you practiced? Yes or no? And I said, no. Do you practice worse because you've taught all day? That's probably a yes for me. So with that, then I reached the conclusion, okay, well, ideally I need to practice before. But sometimes it's inevitable, and I always practice really late at night, and I love it.
Well, and I think just the nature of, what we do as musicians, we just naturally gravitate towards the evenings because that's oftentimes when performance.
At night,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's hard as a musician to be a morning person, I think. So
that's what I tell myself. But look, if you have children, that's a totally different question.
Right.
I mean, and I see plenty of them in the orchestra. So
yeah. You got to make it work somehow. Favorite orchestral excerpt?
Oh, I thought about this. So initially, I wanted to say Beethoven 5, the second movement.
Yeah.
But this past week, we played the Saint-Saëns organ symphony. And there's the end of the first movement, Poco Adagio. It's probably one of the most spiritual places in music, at least for me.
Yeah.
Just so beautiful. And that's been just replaying over and over in my head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. I don't know if this is, it's not considered like an excerpt, but I guess Dvorak 8 has always been.
Oh, that's awesome.
Especially the opening.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Of course it's an excerpt.
Well, for auditions,
you don't see it as much.
Least favorite orchestral excerpt.
Also Beethoven 5,
Okay.
probably. It's just so damn hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The key signature, the rhythm,
There's so many things that are challenging about
Yeah.
it. And the thing is, it's such a beautiful melody.
It
It's
is.
so simple.
Yeah.
But sometimes the simplest things, the hardest to achieve.
Yeah.
So
Head and D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite symphonic work or symphony?
Oh, I'm obsessed with Mahler 8
Mahler
these
8.
days.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a massive piece. And just the text of the symphony is amazing. Mahler uses things from Goethe and Faust, I think,
Okay.
I believe. And it's in the key of E flat. And I think it's just so uplifting.
Yeah. Have you played it yet with this Boston Symphony?
We did it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I didn't play, but I heard it.
Oh, okay.
And it was such a gift.
That's awesome. Favorite Beethoven cello sonata?
I think the second movement of number 5.
With the fugue?
Before the fugue.
Oh, before the fugue. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Favorite Bach suite?
Probably 6. Again, I love that the music, for me, it represents reaching for the sky.
Yeah.
It is very challenging, but I feel that Bach, also being the final of the whole series of the 6 suites, he was almost encouraging us to reach for the stars.
Yeah.
And the D major, it's that key is also so open and exuberant.
Yeah.
Joyful.
Yeah. Well, and I think composers in general are very intelligent when it comes to picking a certain key. And obviously D major represents a very joyful tone in general. So yeah, it's a very happy vibe with that whole suite.
Also, going back to what I mentioned earlier about how the cello feels, there are a lot of open strings in the key of D major, and there are opportunities to feel that vibration.
Yeah.
Beautiful experience.
Right. One cellist, dead or alive, that you would like to meet?
Pablo Casals.
Yeah, that's a good one. The OG in many ways.
The OG. Yeah. I think it's not only, I would love to meet him because of his love for humanity.
Yeah.
Because he was an amazing musician, amazing cellist, all that, but first and foremost, I think he was a lover of mankind, humanist.
Yeah. That famous quote about "I'm a human first, musician second, and cellist."
Exactly.
Yeah. And finally, one composer, dead or alive, that you would like to meet?
So hard. I think it's Beethoven.
Yeah.
His music, I mean, there's so many great music. Great composers, I know, but I think similar to Casals, I think Beethoven represents someone. He was probably not an easy person to be with, but his essence, I think his soul, the challenges in his life that he had to overcome to serve the gift that he had been given in life, and always finding that strength is, for me, represents beacon of hope.
Yeah, and I think specifically as cellists, we have a lot to be thankful to him for, just because, I mean, prior to his life, the cello was still more or less considered like a secondary basso continuo instrument.
Right.
And I mean, of course, even throughout his earlier life, he kind of saw it as such, but then he really, during his middle period, like really opened it up with like the Opus 69, the Eroica, the Triple Concerto, just really like opening our minds with the possibilities of the cello. So yeah.
I mean, the sonatas, but the quartets,
quartets,
piano trios, you know, all the symphonic works. There's just, I feel that there is no other composer who was able to create that many amazing works in different formations.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Bach, he wrote for many, many different, like, of course, cantatas, different suite sonatas, different instruments, keyboard, organ, yes, all that. But somehow Beethoven is, well, Stravinsky too, a little bit, but he really has this distinct early, middle, late periods, and you almost see his life with his music, and I don't think there is another composer like that.
Yeah. It's like you see his evolution not just as a musician but as a person, like you said. So.
Yeah. And I just admire that he didn't, you know, just, he always looked for more and strived to be better. And I want to be like that.
He was really kind of a pioneer for what was to come in terms of the Romanticism and beyond, really. So
exactly. Amazing.